Hey guys and gals, welcome back. We're working again on the beetle project. It's actually insect, three-dimensional cardboard insect project, but I'm making mine into a hopefully resemblance of a June bug beetle. We have these here in Arizona. You'll see them in the summertime. They're real pretty. They're like a green and blue, different colors. We used some fairly thin cardboard to do this. I'm using just like a Miss Cupboardson's stuffing box. So last time I got pretty much everything cut out except the wings. And then the beetles have these kind of secondary wings that cover up their wings that they fly with. So I think I'm going to make both those. I think instead of using the stuffing box for the secondary wings, to give it a little more color, I think I'm going to use this maroon Dr. Pepper box for my cardboard. And then I also found this just old packaging for strawberries that I think I'm going to use as the clear part for the wings themselves. So this is the pattern that I traced onto here for my wings. I'm going to go ahead and just cut those out right now while I'm talking to you guys. And then once these are cut out, there's a little more detail that gets involved with cutting out these open areas in here. Each of these areas that I'm pointing to with the scissors, it's going to be an open area, and that's where the clear plastic will show through those areas. So there's one wing, and really squeezed to get this last one in on the same cardboard. Wing number 2 here. You can see I had a little bit of a mistake there with my pen line, but that's all right. All right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of place these how I think they'll go. I think they're going to be just about like that on the beetle. Maybe they'll close in on each other, and maybe they can come out like that. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try and do this way, and then kind of an opposite version of that over here on this side. So I'm gonna, when I say this way, I'm gonna try and draw these open areas so I know where to cut. And I'm using a Sharpie marker for that. So I have this piece right here that comes in just kind of like that. If these aren't perfect, it's okay, because though wings on insects are symmetrically balanced, I don't think that the designs where the pattern of like their veins and stuff that go through the wings are exactly the same. They're similar, but they don't look like they're like an exact copy of the opposite side. All right, so go with that. Kind of like that. And then I had this piece that comes up. Kind of like that. That way. And then this piece in here is going to come around and go like that. All right. So that side is done. I know I'm going to cut those pieces out. And so I'm going to try and do kind of an opposite of that over on this side. So this piece right here is in the middle. So I'm going to try and kind of match these up so they're similar next to each other. And I could see that this is most likely going to look something like this. And then there's this little piece right here. So I'm going to draw that in right over here. Make it a little wider than that. Bulge out just a bit more. And then on the outside is this piece right here. So that's going to going to come in between these two. It's going to be a slight point. It's going to come out this way, curve around, sort of like that. There. I may have made that too big. I feel like I did, but that's okay. I'm going to roll with it. There's this piece that comes in then, like that. So that's going to be right about here. And that's going to come this way, like that. And then there's that piece. So it's going to be flat on the bottom, and this is going to be slightly smaller than the other one there. Actually, quite a bit smaller. Like that. Alright, not a perfect copy, but similar. So we got two wings there. I've got to cut out those pieces. When I cut pieces out, I like to have something underneath when I poke a scissors through to get my cut started. So usually something underneath would qualify, like a box, or like right here in the shop I have pieces of wood that work well. So I'm going to use a couple of pieces of wood like this and put them next to each other. And then I'm going to leave this little crack in between them so that when I poke through, the scissors will pop through that crack. So I'm going to hold it down, pop my scissors through just like that. Now I'm going to carefully take the scissors, and without cutting my fingers, I'm using the tips of my scissors. I find that oftentimes the tips of the scissors aren't as sharp as this part way back here. So if I'm trying to cut something really thick, I usually go to the back of the scissors. But you can see there I'm going to the back. It seems like with this cardboard, since it's fairly thin, you're able to cut with the nose of the scissors fairly easily. I would say the nose of the scissors is easier to use when you're trying to make more detailed cuts too. So I'm gonna, got that first piece cut, try the second one, poke through the cardboard, cutting this way. Now, depending on what type of insect you're doing, you may not have wings, so you might not even have to worry about this. But I just wanted to show you some examples of what I'm doing so that it kind of give you some guidance on, you know, whichever way you're going with yours. I mean, if you were doing a spider, you're going to have a lot of detail in the legs, I would think. You know, the body, the abdomen, and the head portion of the spider are probably going to be fairly large, but then the legs are usually kind of spindly on a spider. So those might be more difficult to create. Alright, got that piece out. Two more pieces out of this wing. Poke through the cardboard. Try not to cut through here. I need a kind of a little framework to hold this wing together. Alright. So I left these kind of little bridge pieces in between to hold the wing together. So I got that one cut out. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. We're almost at 10 minutes here. Actually, I'm not going to do this one then. What I'm going to do next is just show you that right here I have this plastic, and so what I want is a piece of plastic that's going to fill in these little holes. And my thought is to cut out a piece that's, you know, a little smaller than the wing, and then I'm going to use tape to tape it on. Now if you're using maybe like a tracing paper, you could actually glue it on. If you had plastic wrap, you could probably use the sticky nature of the plastic wrap to actually make it, just wrap it around, make it stick to itself to make this wing. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the next wing. I'm going to cut a piece of this plastic out and tape it on. And we're sitting right at 10 minutes and 45 seconds right now. So next time, we'll go ahead and cut out the covers for the wings. These will all be finished, and then we'll be getting ready to start final assembly on this bug pretty soon. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope this made sense to you. Remember, if you have any questions, I'm always here. Tomorrow night is Wednesday, so I will be doing another lesson, but I believe it tomorrow I have my office hours set up for 2 o'clock. So if you want to tune in at 2 o'clock on Google Chats with me, you can. I included the Google Chat in the lesson plan, the link to it in the lesson plan that I sent your teachers. So just follow that, and if you're having any questions, please, please, please come. Also, I'd really, really like to see some of your guys' artwork. It's hard as a teacher to not be able to see how you guys are doing on this. So if you guys could email me or show up for the chat and show me what you're creating, that would be great. Hope you're all doing well. Remember, my email's my last name, Erlenmeyer, at lesd.k12.az.us. Have a great night, guys. We'll see y'all later.